Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
Is a fish really a pet? Like, should you pay extra rent because you have a fish as a pet? This got a little bit crazy this morning. If you missed it, it'll be on the podcast a little bit later on. Right now, we get you started with the good stuff. In a previous segment from a couple of shows ago, we had spent some time on just weird things doctors had said to you. I always tell the story. Kat and I had maybe one of our first billboard runs in town, and I was getting my my annual physical from my doctor, and he was giving me the hernia check. And for girls that don't know what that is, basically they kind of hold and press on your junk, and then you have to turn your head and cough to see if you have a hernia. And I guess I didn't realize that a lot of men especially go through a part of their life with a hernia and they don't know it.
Is it bad for you?
Your stomach is leaking outside its muscle walls, right? Like that's what I thought. You don't really want that to happen. And so he had been, he'd put the gloves on and had his hand right there, and he looked at me right up in the eye, looked right up at me, and he goes, "Oh, you guys got that billboard over there."
I knew you looked familiar.
I go, "Hey, can we talk about this later?" Oh, it was really an awkward situation. So anyways, I wanted to talk about weird things patients may have said if you're in the medical industry. Now, we're going to call her Nancy because I want to make sure that she keeps her job. But I know we got a couple. Give me the first one. What happened?
Okay, I had a guy come in to the emergency room, wanted to know what a normal alcohol level was.
So give me an ish.
That guy's good time. What's a normal alcohol level?
Yeah.
All right. And then I know we got at least one more of these weird, and this is completely different, right?
I had a guy come in he came in quite a bit because of back pain.
Yeah.
He had been on a lot of different medicines so we were actively treating a patient who was having a heart attack. And he was screaming, wanted to know when he was going to get seen.
See, this happens, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I think this happens probably more than anything when you're seeing patients that are dealing with some kind of an opioid situation where they're just high all the time.
Maybe, but people lose their temper when they're in pain, understandably so. Like when they're in the ER, I'm sure the book would be massive with the amount of stories of people that go crazy.
Almost as long as we've been doing this show, a man named Russ has been calling this show, randomly showing up in the studio, and probably being our single best friend. He has a birthday today, everybody.
Love it.
Russ, good morning. How are you?
Not bad.
I never know how old you are. You're so youthful, and you have such energy.
I turned 59 today.
No way.
Happy birthday, Russ.
Yeah. Yeah. And my landlord, you know what he lets me do all night?
No.
What?
I could do this.
Oh, I thought you were doing something else with your hands.
I'm sure the other tenants just love that.
My neighbors come on over and hear me practice. I'm getting all ready for the hockey season.
Oh,
and
nice.
The Twins, the Twins, Sonny Gray got pelted yesterday.
Yeah, I was at that game, Russ.
You were at that game.
I was at that game.
Yeah. Maybe we could play a little Take Me Out to the Ball Game this morning.
Please, that would be great. That would make everybody's day, I think, a little bit better, especially for your birthday.
Are we ready?
Yeah, cue it up.
Here we go. I got to get the... Here we go.
Nice.
That's good, Russ. The beauty of live radio. That was amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'm good friends with Sue Nelson, and this is one of my favorite cheers she does, this one.
Sue is the organ player at the Twins.
Oh,
Park.
is she?
Yeah. Or this one.
Are you waiting for Sue to die so you can get in there and take that spot?
Oh, that'd be fun. You know, she's got to retire first, and I've known her since she's done the North Stars.
Yeah.
Russ, you're single-handedly the most Minnesotan accent of anyone that's ever been on our show.
We would need someone like you to rep Minnesota. So
yeah. I would like this cheer here, right here, too.
He's not hearing anything I'm saying. It's a talent, Russ.
Or this one?
Yeah. Russ, 3-hour show, man. Well, Russ, I'm glad.
3 hours.
Yep. I'm glad you checked in. We do got to get to paparazzi and then to try and give away some more free money with high low here. But happy birthday, man! I'm really really happy for you.
Go get a free meal somewhere.
It's coming up pretty soon. If you're up over at the red carpet, if that's still going up there, I'll see if I can sit in as guest to go sing some Journey stuff.
Oh yeah, some karaoke.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say good morning to you guys, and it's good to hear from you again.
Yeah, happy birthday, Russ. Really glad you could check in this morning. I hope you have a tremendous birthday and many more happy returns.
Yeah, like Curly'd say, most certainly.
All right, can you play us a little something on the way out here, Russ? Just like an outro song,
play us out.
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy Falls does this one at White Sox.
Oh, right.
She does this one.
Goes Russ. It's his
yep.
birthday. Happy birthday, Russ!
Bingo! How fun!
Last week, someone lost an eye at bingo. Bingo!
Bingo what bingo? Bingo!
Bingo! All right, you call, you say bingo. If you're the first one to get through and we pick up the phone because you
do you have my audio ready? Okay, so this legendary sportscaster, Bob Costas, he is being hailed as a hero because he helped somebody perform the Heimlich maneuver on a friend, and it worked.
I never took a course, and I'd never done it before, but I was familiar with it. Those posters are in restaurants or you see something on television about it. So I just jumped up and did what I thought I should do, and luckily enough, it worked out. I don't know if I saved his life, but I saved him considerable discomfort.
So I think I know, like you put your hand like this and then you do like an upward movement.
Try and get under the diaphragm, yeah.
Try to make them cough it up. So anybody that has ever performed the Heimlich maneuver.
Okay, so if the first person through says bingo and they've performed the Heimlich, you win and they win the tickets. Or on my side, I'm looking for anyone in their 40s that changed careers. All right, my wife just accepted a new job. I'm really proud of her. She'll stay in the same career path. But the other opportunity she had, she could have completely switched careers. And I think it had her a little bit wigged out, being in your 40s and switching careers.
That would freak anybody out.
So
I would be really freaked out.
That's what I'm looking for. Anyone that was in their 40s and you switched careers, or maybe you're the first through and you
have performed the Heimlich maneuver. How did it turn out? Are you a hero to somebody?
Liza.
Bingo. I got the Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah. All right. So tell us about it. You saved someone's life?
Well, I actually worked in a nursing home, and the first couple years, I've successfully given the Heimlich maneuver to probably like 10 different people.
Oh my God! What was the problem? Like they ate their food too fast?
It was more. Yeah, food. It's all food. It was all dining room.
Okay.
And are you like super skilled at it now? Like you sound confident that you could save someone's life, no problem.
Oh, God, yeah. I could save them. I can give them CPR. I can give them anything.
Yeah, but like on the old people, aren't you afraid you're going to break their back or their ribs or something like that?
Yeah, that is a downfall, but
I hope they wrote you into their will. Yeah, that's a big move. You saved their life.
Yeah.
What if they didn't want to be saved? Do you ever think of that?
Yeah, some of them don't.
Jeez, all right.
They're pushing her away. Leave me alone.
I wasn't going for that, but that got morbid fast. Jim's got a joke for us.
This old couple, they're at McDonald's, and the old guy, he sets the woman down in a booth, and he goes up and gets a meal. He gets one hamburger, French fries, and one Coke. He comes back to the table, and he cuts a hamburger in half, and he counts the French fries, gives her half of the French fries, and gives her the other half of the hamburger. And then she takes a sip of the pop, and he starts eating, and she's not doing nothing. And a person comes up and said, hey, is that all you can afford? I'll go get you guys a hamburger or what? She said, no, we're just fine. We just share everything. So he's sitting there watching it, and she's not doing nothing, just takes a sip of pop once in a while. He's eating his stuff. He's just about done, and another guy comes up and said, hey, can I buy you some food? Or you look kind of, no, we share everything. We're good. And she, all of a sudden, he says to her, well, why aren't you eating? She said, I'm waiting for the teeth.
Yeah.
Freaking gross, Jim.
Your grandparents are both in their 90s. Do they have their teeth?
Grandpa has fake teeth, and Grandma has real teeth.
She's still got her real choppers.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
Went
great
to the
genetics.
dentist yesterday. I'm like, There are a lot of people that don't go at all. I have a friend that didn't go for 10 years and didn't have one cavity.
That's weird.
Finally went in, didn't have one cavity. They were like, wow, your teeth are just like amazing. I'm like,
it's good genetics.
How?
A lot of people take good care of them. They don't drink a lot of soda or a lot of stuff that's going to kind of start rotting away at them and stuff like that.
My lady yesterday, she was like, are you right-handed? I said, yeah. Because she said this canine was like, had a little plaque on it or whatever.
And you miss it because you're right-handed?
Yeah.
Don't do that with your hand like that.
Like, then I do this a lot. I go a little faster.
Mm-hmm. Yep, good. All right. Psychic Kim is going to be on the show Thursday morning live at 7:30. So turn on KCLD. And if you got a question for Psychic Kim, whether it's having to do with your baby or your boyfriend or your job or wherever you're going to move to, anything you want to ask at 7:30 tomorrow live as we get you back into the podcast now.
What's trending?
So I think I'm pretty fly. I use the terms like bussin'. I use that fluently. I know what it means. If you are going to try to keep up with Gen Z and the younger generations, just know like what you're saying and how you're using it.
My boss, every time she's going to be out of the office for a portion of the day, not the whole day, but like for a doctor's appointment or something, she'll say, so I'm going to be out of pocket today from 1 to 2. And it just cracks me up every time because it's like, what you going to get up to, girl?
All right. So out of pocket. Do you know what that means?
I thought it meant you're like working off your phone.
No, it means you're wild and extreme. Like you're about to have a really crazy, like act really crazy.
I've
like
never
you're
heard
acting
it that
a little
way.
out of pocket right now. Like if someone goes off on you and they're crazy in your face, you're acting a little out of pocket.
I've never used it that way.
So instead of using, so you're using it wrong.
I thought out of pocket meant like you're not going to be around your workplace or your computer, but you'll be out of like my phone. I'll be working out of pocket, so I'll be working on my phone today.
You made up your own then.
That's what I thought it was.
That's really cute.
Like I'll be out of pocket today. That means I'll be using my phone to answer
say it
emails. Don't
anymore.
expect it. So it's supposed to mean I'm about ready to get buck wild.
Yeah.
Like St.
No,
John's.
Like you are acting a fool. You're acting out of pocket right now.
St. John's homecoming is this weekend. If I go tailgating and I start drinking at 9:30 in the morning,
and you take your hoops off,
by noon, I'm probably out of pocket.
Probably with the stuff that comes out of your mouth. And the way you act, you're probably going to be acting out of pocket.
I'm using it that way now.
So you're not going to be working out of pocket, okay? No more. Just because you take your phone out of a pocket.
That's what I thought it was. I really thought it meant that.
Amazing. I love it.
I had the really, really, really bad landlord.
I didn't. I had actually one that was looking out for me. So when I first moved here, I was still really bad with money. And I lived there. But I would forget I had a mailbox because I didn't want to see my bill. And I would just live this like blissfully unaware life that I would have to pay other people for stuff like my credit cards. And I remember one day he left a note on my door to come down to the office and see him. And it was almost like he was like a grandpa figure. And he was like, hey, sit down. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, I know I paid my rent. Because it was coming out of my check. It was like through work, you know? And I was like, okay. And he brought up all my mail like this, like a brick. And he goes, everything okay?
Wow.
And I was like, yeah. I mean, I was 21. Had no idea. Like, I was such an idiot. And then I was like, sure. And then that actually kind of like got me on track. So I would say I had a pretty good landlord. And that was it. That's the only time I ever really had a landlord.
The reason I ask, this woman is going pretty viral right now because their landlord is trying to charge her $250 for having a fish.
So tell me why my apartment complex tried to charge me $250 for a fish as a pet fee. Mind y'all, let me show y'all the fish tank. 2.5 gallon fish tank. Am I tripping?
Yeah, that's a bait and switch thing there. You know what I mean? Like, unless it says no fish.
Yeah.
But if it says no pets, I would never consider that a pet, would you?
I would qualify it. It does fall under that umbrella, but it's not a destructive pet. It's not like a cat that will pee everywhere and leave an ammonia smell or a dog that will leave marks everywhere. I don't think, and it might be an unpopular opinion, I don't think people should have animals that live in apartments.
You got to pay more for some of them, though.
And that's fine because then you pay for it to get cleaned and stuff. But
I had rented this house and my parents had given me a bunch of like remainder furniture. And that's how I was like, this is before I was even married. And Trish and I got engaged while I was living there, and she had a bunch of really awesome furniture, so we were going to use hers when we moved in together. So I took all of mine and put it down in this like root cellar in the basement. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to throw it away. I didn't know what to do with it. And the guy had given me my deposit back, and he had lived like 3 states away. He had just had rental properties, and then he came back, and he'd already given me my money back, and I'd moved on. And then he tried to get a hold of me saying, hey, did you leave a bunch of furniture here, like in the root cellar? I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. He's like, I'm pretty sure that was your furniture. He's like, I'm going to need some of that money back. And I just completely ghosted him.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to have to come find me. Like, this is a big country, son.
Wow.
Yeah, so I still owe that guy some money. Amanda, tell me about the landlord here.
Our last place we stayed in, our kids had to be quiet after 7 o'clock. Could not have anything above a certain noise level after 7 o'clock when the normal noise ordinance, I believe, is like 8 or 9.
So I'm assuming the landlord was at your front door a bunch.
Oh, yeah. He showed up at my door quite a few times, and I think one of the neighbors in the area just kind of had it out for me because she didn't like my kids. But there was a couple times he was like, you know, if I get another complaint within this month of like whatever, I'll evict you because it states it in your lease. But we always ended up managing to fly like slightly under the radar. So
good girl.
1047 KCLD and Key of St. Cloud is free cash. Just be fast or you'll lose it all.
Tesha finds herself as lucky caller number 10 this morning.
Let's do this.
What are you up to, Tesha?
Just sitting at work.
What do you
do? I work for the county.
You almost didn't tell us.
You have a gun on your side?
I do not.
You want one?
lying?
You want to buy one? I know a guy.
Okay.
All right, so here we go, Tesha. Here's how this works. Free money, high-low. I'm hoping you peep the KCLD Facebook page so you're dialed in a little bit closer to what this jackpot's going to be. Yes, no?
Yes.
Good. So you know it's between what and what?
3,000 and 4,000.
Ooh, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, Tesha. Kat's got the envelope right now. We're going to find out exactly how much money, knowing that it's between $3,000 and $4,000. Everyone that plays Free Money High Low with Key of St. Cloud and KCLD, can I say it real quick? Okay. Everybody that plays Free Money High Low starts with a 12-second clock. We're going to make yours 15 seconds if you can tell us any one of the last 3 songs we played.
Vampire.
Good job.
Well, I would dare to say we're about ready to give away between $3,000 and $4,000 right now. You have 15 seconds to narrow this down to a single dollar amount. Kat will help you by guiding you with your next guess to be higher or lower. We will not start your 15-second clock until you give us your first guess. So from Key of St. Cloud and KCLD, Tesha, good luck. Come get some money.
All right. 3,700.
Lower.
3,500.
Higher.
3,600.
Higher.
3,650.
Lower.
3,640.
Higher.
3,640. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What is it? What is it?
She said it.
It's 3,641.
It is.
Yeah!
Oh my God! We got a winner. We got a winner.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 1047 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.